Hello, guys. I am Linkaro, and joining me today is Danatosty Danatos.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
Yes, he is back, and he's gonna haunt your dreams.
I hope
Anyways,
not. I got too much stuff to do to be in people's dreams.
or so he says. Anyways, we're here to discuss about something new or some little thing called Marvel vs. Capcom 4, or as they call it, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Infinite. Hey, just a little, what do you call that? Just a little tidbit. I just came to the, the realization that it's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because they're dealing with the Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity Stones and such. So, yeah. I'm not that smart. I didn't get that just from watching the trailer for the first time. I watched it like 4 times before I actually thought, oh, that's why it's called that.
Anyways, what was your reaction to the teaser trailer?
The initial trailer.
Yeah.
The first one, when I first saw it, I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, a lot of excitement because mostly because I was following when that whole rumor was being spread, the whole number 4 with the Marvel pictures in it. A lot of you might have seen it spreading around. And then I caught when that it got debunked as being fake. So I was like, oh, okay, well, there goes that. And I had already, being the ever skeptic that I am, I was like, oh, it's probably fake. Because, as many of us know, I think Disney owns Marvel's, right? So, and there was this whole thing before where they were saying that Disney wasn't into making another Marvel games or something to that effect. I might be getting my information a little bit mixed up. Linkaro, you might know more about it. I know for sure, one thing that I know for sure is that they took off the previous Marvel vs. Capcoms from PSN and all that.
Yes, it was because Disney, for some reason, Capcom lost the right to use the Marvel characters from Disney. Yeah. Therefore, they had to pull everything out of from the network and the Xbox Live. But then that changed when Disney Interactive decided not to make any more Marvel games. So, so from there, Capcom was able to make Infinite today, but however, the X-Men, that's something else. We'll get to that later. But when I saw the teaser trailer, I actually got pretty excited when I first saw X, and Thanatos knows that I'm a big Mega Man fan.
Yeah, I think the world probably also kind of was had a big gasp because it's kind of 2 super surprising things. One, because we're under the impression that we're never going to get another MVC game, ever. And then also, we're under the impression that Capcom just kind of Chris Benoit the shit out of X-Men, or an X-Men, out of Mega Man, because for whatever reason, I didn't really follow the whole Mega Man storyline. I'll be honest, it might be a little taboo, but not as big of a Mega Man fan as a lot of people I know. I like Mega Man. I played it as a kid, but it was no real skin off my back when they were like, oh, he's not gonna be in Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think the general consensus is that I think excitement was a big factor. I think everybody was excited.
Yeah, if anything, if not Mega Man, I thought Zero would have just came back because besides the whole trying to bury Mega Man under the dirt, there was talk that Zero was more of a fighter than both Mega Man and X, which is why he was chosen for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and its Ultimate Edition for some reason.
Well, I'm going to inject a little, probably more taboo. And don't hate me. This is opinion, pure opinion. So, yeah, no hate, just or a little bit of hate. I mean, it's your opinion. But my opinion is, I think Zero kind of looks cooler, and then also for the MVC3 game, aesthetically he looked better in game. Cause I remember when they gave him the X skin, I didn't really like it, and I know most people just didn't like it because it was like it's not X. But for me, I just didn't like the way he looked.
Yeah, it's not X, and also to be fair, former Capcom employee Kenshi Infununane, his favorite character was X, and Zero, and Zero was supposed to be X in the first place. Before they say, "Hey, that does not look like Mega Man. Give this character another name and make another character that looks like Mega Man."
Well, yeah, but again, for the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 game, I thought that the Zero design was a lot more aesthetically pleasing, at least in my eye. Because when I did see the X thing, I was like, Yeah. And this one, I still kind of feel the same way seeing it. It's just, I don't know why. It just doesn't look right to me in the setting. I mean, I'll reserve any other opinion on as far as character-wise, because we got so little on character that I think it would be unfair to judge them based off of just what we saw so far. I mean, except for, like, the typical stuff we're going to get, like Ryu. I mean, it's Ryu.
Well,
I really have no opinion.
Ryu's in there.
Ryu. Well, I have no opinion on him one way or the other. Yeah. It's like, I'll play him, but he's not going to beat my favorite character.
Yeah.
He never
Which
is.
you were, speaking of favorite character, not sure if this is your favorite character, but you were actually excited for Captain Marvel being in the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, Captain Marvel's not, she's probably like top 20 in terms of Marvel characters. I just thought it was great because all these years I've always said jokingly, half jokingly, mostly jokingly, that like, oh my god, man, how they have Marvel vs. Capcom but they don't have Captain Marvel?
Because Captain Marvel is owned by DC. Okay, that was a horrible joke. God. I'm sorry.
Anyway, but like I was like, oh, they should always. I was always down for them putting one of the two in, and then when they put Super Skrull, I thought it was even funnier because I was so that happened, but not Captain Marvel. Is it Captain Marvel now? You got me self conscious about I'm saying it right.
It's Captain Marvel. DC decided to change their Captain Marvel to Shazam. Oh yeah,
that's
now.
right. He's Shazam. Okay, yeah, they both were named Captain Marvel. Yes. Okay, that's a topic for a totally another discussion. I forget about that. Trust me, I like comics and stuff. I'm not as traversed in the land of the comics as most people. But, yeah, it was a shock. It was cool, and I really like the way she was designed. I mean, at the risk of sounding like a person who's into cartoon characters, they actually made her, like, a little bit cute. I was, that's not what I was expecting, but I like it.
I'm a little surprised that they given any voice to X. Maybe they just hiding it for some reason,
or maybe it's just not yet. I mean, early trailer.
Yes, early trailer is a beta and all that stuff. I was going to discuss how you think X and Captain Marvel is going to play because we saw the gameplay from the first gameplay trailer, and I saw that Ryu and Iron Man seems to be going to be playing like how they used to play.
Yeah, typical. Like
typical. X and Captain Marvel are the brand new characters here, but once I got home, I saw that ESPN showed an updated trailer, which not only shows X and Captain Marvel gameplay, but also they introduced Morgan and Captain America, which is not that surprising.
It was really not. I'm glad that they're there.
Yeah, Captain Morgan tends to always be
Captain Morgan. Dude, never mind. I think I found my main team.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna switch Captain America for Captain Marvel. I'm gonna have Captain Marvel and Morgan. My team's gonna be called Captain Morgan. I'm gonna drink rum every time I play that team.
Yes.
It's gonna be the best team.
Anyways, Morgan is a given because, well, since they're not gonna make any more Darkstalker game, might as well put her in every single.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't, because they might. You never know. They're making a comic. Supposedly, I don't know how true that article was. I didn't click on it.
Okay, so Darkstalkers is in hiatus for now.
Okay. Because remember, this time, a couple of years ago, we were like, they were not going to make any more Marvel vs. Capcom games. And now we literally have a whole episode talking about Marvel vs. Capcom.
We also said that like around in the 2000s.
Yeah, we said that a lot. We said they weren't going to do things a lot, and they've done them.
Yeah. And I was gonna make a joke that what if they add Dimitri, but we'll save that for.
That's later. Not a joke. That needs to be reality.
That's gonna be later on further in this discussion. Topic. But other than that, I noticed something in the trailer. At first, I thought that Ryu got a power up in the form of Sasuke no Hado, but then when I got a closer look and plus seeing the gameplay, it was actually some sort of gem, which you call it an infinity gem. Which that's one thing I want to talk about. Power. That's one thing that's gonna keep me worried because that could either make or break the game.
You know what? I have this to say about it, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably evident to a lot of people, and if like nobody's really thought it, I'll put it in your mind to think about it. But like the thing that I see about it, yeah, it's going to be a make or break thing, but I could totally see why they went for it. I mean, a lot of the talk that's been said about it is that they're trying to tie in the Marvel movie verse,
the Marvel cinematic
verse, however people want to say it. But anyway, they're trying to tie that in, and the big thing that's been going on that's like that's apparent that's going to be soon is the Marvel Infinity Wars, which revolve around the Infinity Stones. As a matter of fact, every single Marvel's movie that's come out has had a reference to an Infinity Stone, had an Infinity Stone in it. I won't say too much about it just in case there are people out there who haven't watched these said movies. But even Doctor Strange had one, and I was kind of like, well then, I guess that makes a lot of sense. But like, all the movies have had reference to it, so I'm not surprised that they did this, that they tried to work it into the story or work it into the gameplay in some way. And then plus it's called Infinite. I still can't believe I didn't make that connection.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that worries me is if it's you have an option to play with the stones or not. If so, are they going to be more like Marvel superheroes gameplay of Stone or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where you have to do some sort of condition in order to activate these stones? And we all know how Street Fighter Cross Tekken happened.
Yeah, we know how that happened.
Plus DLC stones.
Oh god. It's Capcom. You know there's going to be DLC stones.
DLC stones.
I don't know how they're going to do that because the Infinity Gauntlet I think only has 5 stones. Maybe they'll make up some stuff.
5
whatever. Capcom could put their mind to it if they want money.
Well, so far we got power and time.
Well, that's the ones they showed.
Yeah. I would think of defense, maybe.
Well, no, I was going with cannon. I don't remember the rest of I don't remember them all. Because I know there's the stone of. I think there's time, power, spirit. I can't remember the others.
Time,
whatever.
Power,
we're not going to do this.
No, I'm sorry for all the comic book geeks. We're not too much.
Actually, no, don't even say sorry. Actually, let's make this an interactive thing. If you guys out there, because we're not going to look it up right now. If you guys know off the top of your head, or if you guys just kind of get the inkling of looking it up, I'll just put in the comment section Wither's Stones, and if we do another discussion, we'll I don't know, I guess we'll try to see if we could shout you out if we remember.
Yeah, I usually try to keep notes of what my viewers' comment says. That's how come I ended up doing requests.
Well then, fine. Then keep that in mind. Write that down.
Sure.
The first person that comments. Or the first person that, we notice, comments the name of the Infinity, all of the Infinity Stones, and what they do will get a shout out next time we do a video together, or next time there's a video in one of the videos. Just watch all the videos. Yeah.
Well, anyways, You don't, like I say, I don't think you know what Marvel Superheroes Gem works. Basically works like this.
I really don't.
It goes like this. You beat up the opponent. They sometimes drop gems. You could pick them gems up. You charge up the gem as you start making combos. Then you can activate the gem to get a special ability, like get more power, get more, well, time for speed. That's what time is going to be. Speed.
Yeah, it looks
That's
like
what it looks like.
Yeah, actually, that looks fun.
Oh, since you said Spirit's probably gonna give you more hyper gauge.
I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. In any case, let's also discuss about how the gameplay looks like. It's gonna be more akin to Marvel 1, 2, or 3. And what I mean is button layout. Well, Marvel 1 has the 2v2 with the assist. It's kind of confirmed now that it's going to be 2v2.
It's pretty much 100% confirmed 2v2.
Yeah. Although a lot of people might say that they're just a beta trailer, so who knows? It might be a 3v3.
Beta switch, and then later
it's actually going to be a 3v3.
Oh, guess what? It was 3v3, or yeah.
So here's what we're gonna say. It's 99.9 confirmed is going to be 2v2. The 0.1 is actually might be 3v3.
Oh, and then I'll say it like this. I want it to be 3v3. I want it to be like traditional Marvels versus Capcom setting. But I think the most likely thing it might be 2v2.
Traditional is actually 2v2.
No, not traditional. My bad. Scratch what I said. I forgot. Yeah, the first one is the 2v2 one.
Yeah, no,
okay.
Well, not only that, but you also have like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superhero versus Street Fighter.
See, well, I say traditional because, I mean, unless, I'll just defend myself on this one because the whole traditional thing, the reason why I say that is because for most people, when you think of Marvel vs. Capcom, the first thing that comes to mind is the 3v3 system.
Yeah, that's because it's the more latest.
Yeah, and it's kind of the one that, I mean, it works the best.
And speaking of that, there's also been rumor about it being there's going to be like an assist akin to MVC1.
I mean, if they do the 2v2, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
also that
true.
Would add the option to put more characters that probably wouldn't have a chance of being in game because of the fact of they don't want to make up shit for them.
True.
But
one thing I want to know is like how the button layout is going to be. It's going to be like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, where it's going to be traditional 3 punches, 3 kicks. It's going to be Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where you actually have only light punch, hard punch, light kick, hard kick, and 2 assists for some reason. Or it's going to be MVC3 style, which is going to be light, medium, hard, launch.
That would be, I don't know. Which one would you prefer? Because me personally, I would rather it just be like the Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's what I would prefer. But
but the reason why it did work with the MVC3 started off with the Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah, damn! We were talking about this like a couple of days ago, and I forgot about Tatsunoko versus Capcom again.
Because it's a Wii exclusive, no one plays that game,
and it didn't have Speed Racer
or Samurai Pizza Cat.
Man, those were the stars, man. That's what needed to be in that game.
Like, who the hell's Yadaman?
Hey, Yadaman is awesome. Yadaman is awesome, man. But they could have squeezed a couple of other characters in.
Yeah, but I think
Pizza Cats could have been one character. I mean, they're small enough.
Yeah, I think it's more akin to like they copyrights issues because just because they own the same character, they own all those characters in one company. We here in the United States have them. They're being owned by different companies.
So the one thing I do remember about the game, this is going back to an earlier callback, long time ago when I first ever played at an anime expo, I played the Japanese version, and me and my friends, actually it might have been you, I don't remember how long ago the game came out, but whoever I was hanging out with at the time, we were like, oh yeah, is never going to come to the States because as involving anime, it's going to be too difficult to get all of those rights together. So let's just enjoy it now. And then, like, fucking the next year, it came out.
I mean, look how long we came. We got Chojin Jump All Stars.
Yeah,
they're all being owned by different companies.
One. So I guess another weird. I mean, it seems like the major underlining topic of this whole talk.
Like if they could do it,
things are never impossible.
Yeah, which is why I wanna transition that to what I'm gonna talk next. Why Fox? Why no X or Marvel? Why no X-Men? Why are we gonna miss out on the Fantastic Four?
Why Fox? Like why they put Fox? I think
no, not Fox.
Fox?
I'm talking not Star Fox. I'm talking about the movie company Fox. Like there is like in order for this to make this happen, rumor says that there's not going to be no X-Men character or probably no Fantastic Four characters either, because the movie rights is owned by Fox.
See, I don't know anything about the logistics on that. I don't follow it that well. I haven't been following the whole lead up story to this that well because again, I was really skeptical that they were even going to do it. And then, but I did hear a lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, they're excluding X-Men, and I just recently heard about the Fantastic Four. So I guess I don't know if it's actually confirmed that they did it because of the movie rights, or is they just literally trying that hard to follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Is that they literally are just like, if these aren't a part of it, we're going to exclude them?
Well, here's what I think. Regardless of what you think, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, no matter how you look at it, is kind of a promotional game. It's to promote the movies and all this stuff. I heard that to get Wolverine, Storm, Magneto, Deadpool, they had to win their out a way to get Fox permission and whatever loophole just to get those characters in, which is why we don't have a lot of X-Men characters in NBC3 in the first place.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like, to be honest, though, I feel like crossover games are always promotionals for something. I mean, with MVC3, I mean, you notice, like, all the characters that were out, even on the Capcom side, they were all relevant to something in some way.
Not Zero. That was during the time where they tried to kill off Mega Man.
That's what he was relevant to. He was relevant to the death of Mega Man. In more ways than one, kind of. I mean, wow, it's so meta. You think of the story in the Mega Man Zero games and the Zero games, and then you think how it was all revolving around X's death, and then you have Zero in the game to solidify X's death in real life. I mean, you know, Mega Man in general's death in real life.
Now that now make me question about Trombone.
Trombone was just in there because Trombone was probably in there because remember they were doing the Mega Man Legends.
Oh thing. Yeah, and Mega Man Legends 3, and then they got like
X'd it.
Man,
Mega Man and Chris Benoit are interchangeable. Or interchangeable adjectives.
Well, not anymore. Now Capcom's trying to actually bring some love back to it.
Oh yeah. Well, then maybe WWE will follow suit. Nah, they probably
won't.
They won't. You can go on the WWE Network. You still can't find any Chris Benoit matches. If anybody finds a Chris Benoit match on the WWE Network, link it to us, or just kind of show it to us.
Yeah. Well, also, okay. Anyway, going back on topic. Fox had the right to the movie right, yada yada yada. But here's another theory that I heard. Maybe they're trying to follow in the cinematic universe, so that's a promotion, right? But what if they're also trying to cut away from the X-Men and from the Fantastic Four, so nobody will be hyped for their movies. Therefore, the movie rights will come back to Marvel's.
Wow, that is a fucked up way of looking at it.
I mean, think about it.
Possible. It's business, so it's possible.
Yeah, think about it. They killed off Wolverine, for crying out loud, in the comics.
Oh, they did. You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe they're just like, fuck you, Fox, give us back our shit. And then Fox like, no. And then they're like, well, then keep it. We're just gonna make it suck.
I mean, think about why why do you think Fox did a reboot of Fantastic Four? Because if they didn't make any more Fantastic Four, then the rights goes back to Marvel.
Yeah,
and that is why it was shitty.
No, it was shitty because it's just. I'm afraid to put like too much opinion into stuff like this, or at least in this type of form, because I don't want people who actually like these things to get mad. I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna say my opinion anyway because you know what? Fuck it. Like, honestly, the Fantastic Four movies in general weren't really that good. To me, watching them, the best thing was Doctor Doom, but that was because I like Doctor Doom. I really like Doctor Doom. Probably too much, but like I think he's an excellent villain. But at the same time, like none of the movies ever really like made me want to finish them. Like half the time I'll watch half of it, stop, and watch the other half later. I think a couple of times I've watched each one of them all the way through, and then at the end I was just like, why'd I do that? And then just left. Yeah. And the new one though, I will disclaimer this, I've never seen the new one.
Okay, well
never had a desire to.
I when I was a kid, or teenager, I was a kid. I was still a kid. I went to the video store, I rented Fantastic Four. I honestly tried to watch it, but boring, and I just skipped all the way to the ending about. That's all I wanted to watch. I just want to watch the climax. So, man. And I didn't bother with Rise of the Silver Surfer. I was pretty excited for the new one, but then I was like, not only I did not have time, I was hearing like it was
bad. I mean, like, okay, so with the new one, I say personally don't take either one of our opinion on the new one.
Yeah.
I mean, the general consensus is that it's bad, but I will encourage everybody out there with this, like, always formulate your own opinion anyway. I mean, if you feel like it's worth a try and you've never seen it, go out and see it, try it. If it's bad, it's bad. At least you can say that you honestly have a reason to say it's bad. The reason why I'm not giving too much opinion on the new one is because from what I've seen of the trailers and what I hear and what I've seen of it, I just don't like it.
No, actually, I actually did see a snippet of it at my sister's house. They were watching Fantastic Four, and the new Fantastic Four. I mean, and I was like, nah.
Well, yeah. Well, either way it goes, I still say like, don't just take our word for it. If you get the hankering to watch it, don't be like, oh, but Linkara and Toasty said it was bad, so I'm just not. Like, actually just give it a shot. And then if you don't like it, then you could tell us how much you hated it. And it will be great.
Disclaimer. Watch it at your own risk. It is not our fault if you suffer from brain damage when you watch these movies.
But on that note, like, also I'll say this. I'm kind of biased against it because I never liked Fantastic Four anyway. In terms of comics, I really just wasn't a fan of the Fantastic Four.
I'm more of the fan here because I watched the cartoons.
Yeah, I didn't like the Fantastic Four
I love the cartoons. Maybe if I go watch it again, I'm probably gonna hate it.
I like the old school cartoon where Magneto got tricked into surrendering with a wooden gun. Like Reed Richards made a wooden laser, and Magneto thought he lost his mutant powers because he couldn't bend it, and he was just like, why can't I bend it? And then he surrendered, and then after he surrendered, Reed Richards is like, yep, it was made out of wood. He was like, oh no, wooden gun.
Oh, that reminds me. I was going to talk about... we're getting off topic here, man.
Yeah, we went way off topic.
I was going to bring in X-Men Evolution. We're going to talk about the last episode of X-Men. That one kid that disables the thing. But nah. We're getting off topic. Let's get back to video games. Well, we already discussed about no X-Men, no Fantastic Four. That actually going to make me sad, though.
Yeah.
Because I like using Wolverine.
See, the thing is, I really wanted... There was a lot of X-Men characters that I wanted to see in it. And
No Iceman.
Man, no. I'm glad there's no Iceman.
No, screw Iceman. He can burn in hell.
Unless they bring him back without his stupid Marvel vs. Capcom 2 thing where he takes no chip damage.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. What's his name again? Silver
Surfer?
Not Silver Surfer. That's Fantastic Four. But
Silver Samurai?
No. It's this one. Magneto's kid.
Quicksilver.
There you go. Because Quicksilver is owned both by Fox and Marvel. How would that work out?
They'll bring. They'll just. Assuming he's in the game. He takes extra damage from bullets.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's gonna suck. Oh, your friend is gonna be sad about Doctor Doom because he can no longer food dive anymore.
Food dive.
Food dive.
Man, if you're talking about the friend I'm thinking you're talking about, he'll find a way to cope. He'll find somebody else he can destroy people with.
Yeah, unfortunately he's not here to talk, but
yeah, put in his input.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
He's not dead.
He's just at home sleeping, probably.
I'm
pretty sure he's at home sleeping.
He's probably gonna Hi, how you doing? He's probably gonna watch and he listen to this little show here and he's like,
I'm not dead.
Or something. I'm not dead.
Just on the inside because there's no Doctor Doom.
Or we could probably get surprised and get Doctor Doom.
Or we might get, that would be a nice surprise.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah. Except he's not top tier.
I don't care. Did I ever play with top tier people?
No.
Exactly. I was not good at the game. I just played the game.
Well, me neither. And I still get requests for some reason. I am not that good of a player.
Better than me, man. You should let me do one of your requests so we can show people what I mean.
All right. then here, I'll give you this request.
I'll do a request as long as it has Dormammu in it because that was the only character I was good with.
Oh yeah.
Until Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then they got rid of what only made. Okay, I'll say this about my playing style. I need to stop saying I'll say this because I think it's kind of obvious because this is a talking episode. But I was bad at combos in Marvel vs. Capcom. In other games, I'm decent at combos. In Marvel vs. Capcom, I was just trash at combos. I dropped all of them all the time. So I learned how to play all the keep away characters really, really good. So all I did was keep away. And then when Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate 3 set that all out of order. But when that came out, they took away the ability to have stuff stay on the floor while you get hit. So my whole strategy of throw the flame carpet and get punched in the face so that way they'll take damage from the flame carpet, then I can push them away from me kind of went out the window because I couldn't do that.
I used to have a team which consists of Arthur, Felicia, and Dormammu.
Man, Dormammu.
Yeah, but then because of Ultimate, I kind of dropped that team altogether.
Yeah. Man.
And anyways, so enough about that. Don't know how long we talked about X-Men or Fantastic Four. I think we went off on topic.
And also, Schenkel was my main forever. So that tells you where my ideas of tears lie, man.
In any case, now that we already talked about what we thought about the gameplay and all that stuff, let's talk about characters.
Oh, the fun part.
Yes. Now, it's established. Ryu's going to be in the game. X is going to be in the game. Morrigan is in the game.
Oh wow, you're just gonna skip Captain Marvel.
I'm going by Capcom then Marvel. Don't you see the pattern?
No.
Iron Man, Captain America, and Captain Marvel.
By order of confirmations, like X, Ryu, Iron Guy, Captain Marvel.
okay, fine. Ryu is in the game. X is in no, hold up. If you want to go by order, X is in the game. Ryu is in the game. Iron Man is in the game.
Wait, Ryu isn't in the game?
Ryu is in the game.
No, Ryu's not in the game.
Okay. Iron Man is in the game. Not Girl Shazam is in the game.
Not Girl Shazam.
Captain America's in the game.
Suspiciously looks like Supergirl is in the game because this Captain Marvel. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, why is Supergirl there? And I was like, wait, no, that's Captain Marvel. Because honestly, facial wise, she looks a lot like cartoon Supergirl, which I like because I like cartoon Supergirl. I like all Supergirl. I hate Superman though. Supergirl's the shit.
My niece has good taste.
Yeah, his niece has pretty decent taste in comic book characters. Because I think she hates... Does she hate Superman?
Yeah, I have not asked her. She likes Supergirl, though.
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Although, I questioned her...
Does she like Wonder Woman? Because if you don't like Wonder Woman, I can't be your niece's friend anymore.
I have not asked her. However,
I shouldn't say that. That's so mean. That's like a little kid.
She just
imagine that. Imagine that little... Hey, little kid, do you like Wonder Woman? Oh, no, I don't like Wonder Woman. Well, then we're not friends. We're never going to be friends.
Double lariat?
Double lariat? No, God, no. I wasn't going violent. I was just going with emotional torment. We can't be friends. That's like the worst thing you can say to a child. I wouldn't do that.
In any case, Captain America has been confirmed. Morgan has been confirmed today.
All the characters that are in the trailer are confirmed.
Yes. So let's talk about characters that we want to see. Now, before making this little talk discussion, we were talking about making a top 10 of both Marvel and Capcom from both of our opinion. But what do you think about...
Unfortunately, we're both lazy as shit, and neither one of us wrote out anything for that. So we literally won some backstage insight. We literally just finished making out our little list of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You want to know why? I don't know what Linkara was doing, but like after work, I was playing South Park, man.
Hey! I was busy trying to get a part-time job.
I was playing South Park and trying to get a shiny Stuffle on Pokemon.
Maybe I should make a Patreon.
Make a Patreon. You should.
I know. In any case, well, how about we just
I don't know how making a Patreon would make you I don't know, make lists. Yeah, guys. For every dollar you guys pledge to his Patreon, that's one extra slot on the list.
Any case, let's start with you. Who you want to see in the game?
How many do you want me to say? Because I have a lot of people that I would love to see in the game.
Okay, then I'll go first. Let's go back with Marvel's Capcom 3 and see who I want to return. What I might want to see, what I want to see back is, you're gonna hate me for this.
Let me guess. I guess the top 3 people you want back. Rui, Ryu's already there, but Tronbon, if not Zero, because you already have Mega Man. That's it.
What happened to the last slot?
Okay, because I'm pretty sure this would be it. It would be Tronbon, Mega Man, maybe original Mega Man, and Ryu, because that was all you would use. Or will it be Frank West, Phoenix Wright, and Spider Dude?
Actually, I honestly would like to see Phoenix Wright back. If not,
of course you would.
If not, what about
with an ult that doesn't hit every goddamn where?
Okay. If not Phoenix Wright, I would like to see Francisca Von Karma in the game.
As a returning? That's impossible.
Not returning. Okay, fine. Going with returning character, I would like to see Phoenix Wright back. Mm-hmm. I want to see Tronbon back.
Of course. Of course you would.
Yes. Chun-Li is a given.
Oh, I think Chun-Li's going to be in there regardless. I mean, you can't have a fighting game with Capcom without the first woman. Well, technically you can because there's Darkstalkers and then all those other fighting games that didn't have Chun-Li or Street Fighter. Basically, you can't have a game with Street Fighter characters and not have Chun-Li in it is what I'm getting at.
True.
So I think it's pretty much a lock at this point.
I don't mind seeing Rashid. No, not really. That's a new character. I'm thinking Alex.
Yeah, okay. I would like to see Alex too. That would be a nice little return.
Yeah, especially now that he. Well,
I mean, it would be a nice return if Tatsunoko versus Capcom existed. But since it doesn't, he would make a great additional character to the Versus series.
I'm having too much fun with this. Let's see.
You know which character I would like to see return in any game?
Who?
Akuma's good hair.
Oh yes, you the maid. No, the maid beard thingamajiggy.
God, man, his nose does not complement his hair at all. Like, I do not. I'll be honest. I do not like the new Akuma hair. Sorry if you guys like it, but this is the one time that I'm not going to be like, oh, just my opinion. Well, no, it just looks so bad.
It's obvious Akuma's going to be back. He's been in the Versus series ever since Child of the Atom.
He's not Street Fighter V Akuma. Come on, Capcom. I feel like Capcom did that because people asked for Akuma so much they were never going to put him in, or they didn't want to put him in, and then they were like, well, fine, because we don't want people to stop buying. We want people to start buying our game, so we were like, we're going to put him in, but we're going to make him look ugly.
I mean, why? Why not? I mean, the Ryu already got over his Sasui no Hado. What else is he going to be besides destroying shit?
Well, so now he just forgot how to shave. Now he literally just looks like a
But
I can't remember. He looks
Mufasa.
like something off. No, not Mufasa. He looks like something off of like like a troll or something.
But look at the bright side. He will shave his beard in the future because Street Fighter V takes place before Street Fighter 3.
That's another thing we need to have a whole episode about that I would love to just ramble on about is the fact that like all these fighting games with their prequels, but for some reason characters that are in the sequels are buffed, which would mean by continuity's sake is that at one point they were amazingly strong, and then all of a sudden they just decided not to use those abilities. Like if you look at the trailer, like he does all this stuff that he's never done before, like grabbing people out of the air, Shoryukening in the air, or whatever his versions are called.
What disappointed me? We get to see the Raging Demon.
Did we?
Yeah, it's in the trailer. When he does it, you see him like just flashes him punching Ryu on the back and on the front and all this stuff.
I'll be 100% honest. At one point, I wasn't even really paying attention to the fighting moves. I was more focused on why does his hair look like that. I was just like, why does his hair look like that? And the person I was watching the trailer with, because I think I was watching it at work. Yeah, I was watching it at work, and the coworker I was watching it with was like, I don't know. And then we had a whole discussion on character hair. And characters that look better with beards and characters that should never have. It was a weird conversation. Anyway, let's get back to the topic.
That's going to be Ryu's alternative costume. He's going to be his sexy Ryu.
Oh man, that needs to be the Ryu alternative costume.
Yeah. Speaking of, let me show Danatosi really quick.
Is that the Raging Demon?
No, that's not the Raging Demon. What the hell?
See, and then I hate that he still has the top knot. It looks so weird. I need to turn off my phone.
Here he is. They decide just to put it there. Here he goes.
Actually, that kind of looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the way I thought you meant like it was just gonna be full on. The way they did it looks pretty cool. Like it reminds me of that one guy, the movie star character guy. That one guy. Yeah, when his little blackout move. Like the one where he like and then it shows flashes of him kicking you, and then it reminds me of that, but cooler. It's like that, but
wait, I got lost. Guy as in who?
Guy from Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
God, now I don't know if I got the right name.
No, it is Guy. It's Guy.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, like it reminds me of that. Like
I don't know. I like to keep the tradition of not knowing what Okuma is doing to his victim.
I mean, it was obvious what he was doing. He was hitting them.
But how is he hitting them? He's just grabbing them, just sucker punching them in the face, or just I don't know. I like to leave it to imagination. Anyways, to the new characters I want to bring out. One, like I said, Francisca from Karma. There's a history behind that. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. You know, the game that never existed in the first place.
Yeah, the game that doesn't exist.
But they was bringing him
it was awesome. This is the most awesome imaginary game I've ever played.
Anyways, they for Tatsunoko, when they're gonna localize it here, they were gonna plan to put Phoenix Wright and Francisco from Karma into the game. Phoenix Wright just doing his typical objection, hold it, not attacking, just what he was doing in Marvel's Capcom 3, while Francisca will be using her whip. However, for some reason, they thought that Phoenix yelling objection will be broken because big words. So they cut him and Francisca out.
Even though they decided it would be perfectly fine to have it in Marvel vs. Capcom. As a matter of fact, let's make it a step further and make that his ult hits the entire goddamn screen for no reason.
Exactly. So why not bring her back? Or something better.
Also, wasn't there a lot of broken things in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? We could do a whole new episode on that too. Like, I think, I mean, it's one of those games where it's like everybody's broken, so nobody's broken. So unless you're that robot guy.
That's another thing I want to discuss about the gameplay thingamajiggy is Tatsunoko's little doing combo and then switching out with with another character to do another combo. That's one of the things I saw in the gameplay trailer.
Oh yeah, that
Tatsunoko did that. I think they only did it with air combos, where you just do air combos, then you switch out with the other person to do more air combos.
I mean, either they only did it with air combos, or I was only able to do air combos again.
Air combos, throw down.
Well, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had it.
Yeah, but that's like... Yeah, but except that you could counter that. Tatsunoko, you couldn't.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Any case,
you're more an expert on that one.
Any case, you were also saying something that someone from the Ace Attorney series that you want to see besides Francisca that has more fighting potential.
Well, okay. Now you guys gotta hear me out on this one because it's pretty crazy. No, it's not that crazy. I mean, anyway. So my thing was this: if anybody's played the Dual Destinies, I was thinking maybe bring in Blackquill because he has this whole motif of samurai and sword and stuff like that. I mean, so that one I was thinking him, but then I thought of a better character, the best possible character for Phoenix Wright. The Steel Samurai. And I put a lot of thought into this. So, like, Capcom employees, if you're listening, you feel free to do this. Because what I was thinking was this. You have the Steel Samurai as a character, right? Now, let's start off with his victory pose. Let's say, if you played the Phoenix Wright series, multiple people have worn the costume. Right. For one reason or another. So let's say his victory pose is this. He takes off his helmet and each time is randomized and it's a different character that has worn the outfit. Or Miss Oldbag, just because Miss Oldbag. Yeah, why not?
She used to wear the Pink Princess in the investigation game.
Or they could have Pink Princess. Oh yeah, and then you could take it off and it'll be like Max Powers.
That
is that was it Max Powers? Was it Max? His name was Max Powers.
No, Will Powers.
Will Powers. There you go. It would be like Will Powers because he wore the pink princess.
Yeah, he wore the pink princess. He was the
original Steel Samurai.
Yeah. And see, you never seen the second investigation game, but he was also playing a Mozilla.
I've never seen that. So, but yeah, that would be cool. Like, I just think it would be awesome. And then, like, he already has, like, he could use, like, his little, like, his spear and his what is it called? Like, he has that one super move that he do. And they say it in the game.
Steel Samurai smelting?
Yeah, the smelting thing, like, that could be his, like, one of his meter burner type attacks. And it'd be fun. Like, it'd be fun. And then you can, of course... He has a built-in theme song. You could just like remix in the old Marvel vs. Capcom way, the little like Steel Samurai theme, and then like have his stage be the studio. Like, come on, it would be fun. So, Steel Samurai, why not? It would be a great character. I think he's probably my top pick for Capcom side of characters at this point. But yeah,
there's also another Phoenix Wright character I was gonna say, but since you haven't played Spirit Justice yet, I'll refrain it from spoiling it.
Just say it.
But it'll be great for as a tournament costume. I forgot her name, but it's called the something Punisher, the Spirit Punisher.
Oh. Well, I know nothing about that.
Basically, is a ripoff of Steel Samurai.
Huh? That could be.
She's literally a ripoff of Steel Samurai that even Ezra was like, "What the hell?
This isn't he like a super Steel Samurai? Like,
yes, he
fanboy
is.
In
yes, he is. And if you play Spirit Justice, he'll make a comment. One in the original story where he's like, "This is a very bad, blatant ripped off of the Steel Samurai," and in the DLC where he's like, "Wait a second, that theme song, it's the same theme song as the Steel Samurai. They just alternate the note to be a little bit higher."
Man,
this is just like, it's just China ripping us off. That's literally what it is.
Nice tie in there, considering China likes to rip off everything anyway.
Yeah. Anyways,
if people are in China and watching this, I'm sorry, but it's true. I mean, come on, guys.
You guys have weird copyright laws.
Yeah. What are your copyright laws?
I'm sorry to my former co-workers if they listen to this.
We still love you though.
Yeah. Also, there's another character that you mentioned, something that you wanted in Smash, but they didn't do it. They only brought it as a DLC costume.
Oh God! Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. That was another thing. I really wanted them, and the more I think about it, the more I was saying that like character might not be necessary, but I wanted something blatantly Monster Hunter related in the game. Like, the main thing that I would want for Monster Hunter is a stage, because I get the fact that there's no legit mainstay character, but nowadays Monster Hunter has like a couple of side characters that could be potential playable characters. I don't see them actually being characters that hit the tier list. They have a little glass ceiling because Monster Hunter it's popular, but at the same time, unless you're talking about the legit hunter, other characters don't do much in the game but tell you things. But I could put like the Ace Apprentice in. That would be cool. For people who haven't played Monster Hunter, the recent ones, I think that's like 4. And I don't know. I've played so many they blend together. But there's a character. He's called the Ace. I think he's called Ace Apprentice. I think that's his name. But basically, he's like a part of like this little group, and he's pretty funny. He says like some funny stuff, and he has like he had like a crush on the guild marm, but like that'll be cool. Like just a generic hunter, but I could see the whole just making a character called Monster Hunter who just uses the generic box art weapon and stuff. That would be more of a Smash Brothers thing because they had Trainer, Pokemon Trainer. Like I could see
Trainer, Villager.
Yeah, like they're more akin to doing the generic character.
But here's the thing: Marvel versus Capcom could do. Their alternative color could be different costumes.
Yeah, but like that would be nice. But again, I can understand. I'll be reasonable. I do want a Monster Hunter stage at least with the fixings, like a Wyvern running around in the background and hunters fighting in the background with the Monster Hunter theme song playing, and like I just want Capcom to just put Monster Hunter in there. If I'm correct, I meant to fact check this, but again, the whole laziness thing. But I believe there's a reference to Monster Hunter in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Shenko throw she throws a cat. Yeah, actually I don't remember if it was the Monster Hunter cat or it was the little.
It was that
Capcom cat.
No, it was the Monster Hunter cat because the little mascot cat.
Okay,
I saw because I was doing
the feline.
Yeah, I was doing some requests and I saw Hosheko doing it to me.
Okay, so she throws a cat, and I think also at one point in the move we're talking about is the move where she literally throws just random stuff. Yeah. At one point, I think she could also throw like a well done steak, and the voice bite of looks tasty will play, which is kind of a subtle nod, but like I don't want a reference. I think Monster Hunter is worthy of at least a stage.
Which reminds me, thank you for telling me all those references, because when I streamed it when I was streaming yesterday for the PS4, I actually did pay attention to what she was throwing, and I actually saw the items.
Okay. So Shenko obviously she has a lot of good references. But anyway, back to the topic of characters. We get off topic a lot. Yes, we're sorry.
No, we're actually still within. We're between borderlines. We're still talking about characters we want to be. Speaking of, Resident Evil is also another series that probably is going to have.
Because they're doing something right now. God knows what. Leon Kennedy. Please, no Chris Redfield. That'll be a topic for the next one, but Leon Kennedy.
Chris Redfield is becoming like the poster boy now.
I don't care. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I don't care. I just don't want him in it. Poster boy or not, I just don't want to see him in it. You know who else is a poster boy who doesn't get in there, even though he's literally the main character of the game?
Mega Man?
No.
Oh.
Dimitri.
Oh! And that's another character you want to see, right?
And yes, which segues perfectly into my point. I'm a fan of the Darkstalker series. I love the series.
Wait, we're getting off topic.
No, I'm not. Really? Because this is leading into why I want Dimitri in the game.
Okay, very well.
So, my thing is this. And you think Darkstalkers, as a person who probably, even as people who play the game and love the game, the first name that comes to mind when you hear the Darkstalker series is, that game with Morgan in it. Or that game with Felicia. Or, the game about boobs. Which is 100% incorrect, because the main character is Dimitri. Yet he gets no love. So I would like for Marvel Infinite to put Dimitri in the game. Show him some love. Let him know he is the main character. Like, build his ego a little bit. Because, come on. Like, he's been the main character since the first one. And he's kind of just glanced over. People know what he looks like, I would hope. But as far as, like, this guy is actually legit cool, no one probably really understands that about him yet. And I think putting him in the game will satisfy me, especially if the aforementioned Darkstalkers doesn't have a game.
I would say this. I played both Project Cross Zones, and both of them have Dimitri in it. I would say he is a pretty cool character.
Yeah,
he is serious, but he does have his. I'm not sure if he's in the game, but he does have his witty comments, like when Phoenix objection, Dimitri, you're not supposed to be walking out of the sun. Hold it, my aura protects me from the sunlight. Or when Ulala is oh, like oh my gosh, his light, your aura is burning with your aura is just shining brightly, and then you say, ha ha ha, Batman or something like that.
Well, I don't remember if that was how he is in the Darkstalkers game, but that is pretty funny. But like the point is, Dimitri needs to be in, or I at least would love to see Dimitri in the new Marvel's game.
Kind of sucked that Capcom's kind of stabbed you in the back today.
No, they didn't. I knew Morgan was going to be in it. I already know Morgan's going to be in it, but they've shown they could put more Darkstalkers characters. They did it twice. They they always put Felicia in it, and then in 2 they had the mummy dude.
Oh yeah.
And then in 3 they had
BB Hood.
Oh yeah, and BB Hood was in it too.
I forgot about BB Hood. Oh my god,
that's another character that needs to return.
Yes, I love going like ba 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 ba.
That's a great. Oh my god, a 3D version of BB Hood.
Why not? I actually had another team that I used, which I called the Spammer Tag: Mega Man, Iron Man, and BB Hood.
Oh man, that makes sense. It's cheap and it's totally something you would do. We haven't said any Marvel's characters. I think we're more
Capcom. I'm more of a gamer than a comic book geek.
So. Yeah, I would like to say that I like comics because I do, but like, I know more. I just do more video gaming.
But if you want to talk about comics and all that stuff, let's bring back Venom.
Oh hell yeah!
Especially since now Marvel got the rights back for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would love to see Venom, considering Marvel's Capcom 3 didn't have any of my former team in the game, which I was really good at Marvel's Capcom 2. Well, it took a while to get really good, but I was really good at 2.
It took him quite a while, a lot of quarters back in school.
Yep. Until finally I found the team to do it. It was Juggernaut, Venom, and Cammy. Well, Cammy because I would try to incorporate Cammy anyway because she was one of my favorite characters, which kind of was another character I want in. But though that was my team, and none of them were in 3, so all 3 of them should come back. I know the X-Men thing, but I still want Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, I'm still questioning it because I know Juggernaut is an X-Men character, but I do remember seeing Juggernaut in a Spider-Man game. But no, he's definitely a
Marvel character. And
he's a Marvel character.
Cross over with each other a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So
I mean, it's pretty much in the same.
Point taken. Juggernaut is probably not going to be back in the game.
Jeez, way to bring the mood down.
Quicksilver, however, that's a debate.
Oh man, I'd say he takes double damage from bullets. I said that earlier, but I'm saying it again: double damage from bullets.
Yeah,
it's Quicksilver's ability.
And that's also a question because he's owned both by Fox and Marvel.
Which movie was it that was calling him Pietro? I think that was the Marvel's one, right?
Marvel is the one with also that Scarlet Witch girl.
Yeah, oh wow, that's blasphemy. I love Scarlet Witch. Yeah, the way you made it sound like she was unimportant.
Oh no! I'm not. I was trying to guess of her name.
Yeah, Scarlet. His sister Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, there you go. And in Marvel is that one guy with the goggles.
That was Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver. Yeah,
same dude. But I don't know. But no, what I was saying was I couldn't remember because I know one movie never called him Quicksilver. They just called him Pietro, and the other movie called him Quicksilver. I think the X-Men movie called him. I don't know. Whatever. Point is, they could just, they could put him in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard. But since you brought up Wanda, a.k.a. the Scarlet Witch, it's another character, a new character I would like to see.
Yeah, she is important to the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Hulk, Thor, yeah, they're definitely going to come back.
Oh, God. Don't remind me.
Oh, it's reminding you
of just the fact that they're going to be in it. I don't want them in it. Well, Thor, yeah. Hulk, no. I'm not a fan of the Hulk.
Well, too bad. You're getting Hulk. You're also getting Shulk Hulk with it.
Shulk Hulk?
Shulk.
What? Shulk Hulk? As in Shulk as what?
Shulk.
Shulk from Smash Brothers?
No, here's the thing. Comic book people call She-Hulk Shulk.
Well, I don't. I call her She-Hulk because that's her name.
So Jennifer Holland, aka
the She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Stop trying to make it so complicated.
Yes, I know. Complication is my way.
I don't mind She-Hulk because I like She-Hulk. I don't like the Hulk. I really don't. This
also will be fun. It would be cool if they also incorporate her own style of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Just for shit and giggles.
Yeah, I mean...
It worked with Deadpool. It could have worked. There was only a little hint of her breaking the fourth wall. To be
fair, it worked with Deadpool because that's Deadpool's whole thing. That's literally Deadpool. Yeah, but She-Hulk will be nice.
She's not going to fulfill her promise to Deadpool.
What? Date? What?
Her promise with Deadpool.
I don't remember this.
Basically, if Deadpool's the last person you beat him with She-Hulk will say that if there was ever Marvel's Capcom 4 or a new Marvel's Capcom, she'll beat the crap out of him too. In that game.
Hey, you never know. He might be in it.
Yeah.
Well then, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't read the little thing at the end.
I pay attention to the little tidbits.
I don't. I do it for certain stuff, like for certain games. For that, I didn't. I normally just press X until it's time not to. Let's see. What else would be a nice character? Doctor Strange is definitely. I assume he's coming back.
So I'm assuming we might get Dormammu back.
I would want Dormammu back. I hope they bring Dormammu back. I love Dormammu.
You know who else I want back? Just for sheer fun and giggles.
Iron Fist.
Rocket Raccoon.
God damn it! You know he's probably gonna come back.
I was thinking I thought that he might be replaced with Star-Lord.
Replaced? No, probably just added him. I mean, I doubt they're going to get rid of Rocket Raccoon. They probably would add Groot. Instead of Sentinel, put in Groot. I mean,
that's actually good. He's the new Sentinel. Groot. I am Groot.
I can see him being the new Sentinel unstoppable character. Just shoots out a bunch of baby Groots. Yeah, Star-Lord I think will be put into it. I only want Star-Lord if it's voiced by Chris Pratt though, which it probably
no, actually, this will kind of make you happy, but I was re-looking at the trailers, and I was worried about the Iron Man voice actor, but it seems like they're using the Ultimate Avengers voice actors. So they're probably going to stick with someone else doing the voice acting because Iron Man is not voiced by Robert Downey Jr. Captain America is not voiced by Chris Evans.
Well, I figured that. I mean...
So,
this is a wish list, Chris, not a realistic list.
I'm sorry, Robert.
We're only going to be somewhat realistic with these requests. I mean, honestly, I know Chris Pratt wouldn't be voicing a video game character. I mean, it's not outside of his, he seems like the person who would say yeah, but I doubt they would do it.
Well, did they bring Robert Downey Jr. to voice in the Iron Man 2 video game?
Oh, well then, you never know. I don't know. I would love to see Chris Pratt as the voice of Star-Lord for the game. That would be fun.
Let's see, any other Marvel characters you can think of?
Luke Cage. Iron Fist return.
Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
I mean, because it's perfect if it's 2v2 Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Come on.
I was thinking of White Panther.
White Panther?
From the Ultimate Spider-Man.
White Tiger?
White Tiger, there you go. White Tiger.
I think it's White Tiger. Damn, see, every time you question things, it makes me question my knowledge.
I'm sorry, I just get this confused. I was thinking of Black Panther too. White Tiger, Black Panther.
Oh God, that's gonna be for me. Black Panther's on the other list.
Oh, gonna get to that list right now?
There's still okay. Let's just say there's a lot more that like I would want.
Then
So
quick, name them.
I'll name a few
without giving a reason why.
Okay, well then, off the top of my head, Dante, Virgil, Lady from Devil May Cry. On the Marvel side, of course, Strange. Maybe somebody else from the Doctor Strange comics. Anybody. I know we're not going to get Wolverine, but Wolverine, why not? Because, whatever.
Doctor Doom.
God, Doctor Doom. I was going to say that too. Doctor Doom. Jessica Jones. The Punisher. Replace Frank West with the Punisher. We don't need Frank West. That's just to name a few. I don't want to get too. We don't want to make this all about just that. But like, God, there are so many.
Makoto, Ibiki, Arthur, like I said,
Birdie.
Birdie.
I forgot Birdie.
Birdie, old school Birdie or fat Birdie?
Both. Rashid, yeah. Oh, God, so many good ones. Akuma with the good hair. Alex.
Zack and Wiki.
Zack and Wiki? What's Zack and Wiki?
That's a Wii game from Capcom.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Captain Commando.
Oh, I forgot about Captain Commando. How can I forget about Captain Commando?
I don't know.
But yeah, Captain Commando. Man. There's so many good ones. There's so many.
Well, you didn't consider, what's his name? Soki?
From
the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. The demon guy.
No. Why? No. Just no. You're talking about the dude from Onimusha? No. Just no.
Okay.
I don't have a reason why no. Just no.
Okay. Then, while at it, I'd like to bring back Saki.
Saki?
Was that
the one with the gun?
Yeah, with the gun.
Yeah, she would be fun. God, the list just goes on and on for
characters. On. We could continue with this all day. Beautiful Joe. If I forgot about him. Beautiful
why not?
Joe.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just make sure that you get rid of the slow-mo and bring back zoom. Slow and zoom.
Oh, man. There's so many good ones, especially on the Capcom side. Marvel side, there's a few, but I can't name them off the top of my head. But with Capcom, there's just too many to name them all.
Well, okay. You want to go to the other list now?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Characters we do not want back.
Or at all.
At all.
Ant-Man. There. I said it. It's out there.
I was going to say Ant-Man too.
Ant-Man. Yeah.
Not even as a cameo.
As a cameo for Hawkeye's laser. Whatever the hell. Hawkeye's another one. Black Widow. Easy. Just no Black Widow.
She's just going to play as Resident Evil 5 Jill.
God, don't you do that. Resident Evil 5 Jill. Resident Evil 5 Jill is actually another character that would be like, no.
You want to bring back old school
Jill, because I love Jill in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I was excited when I heard Jill was going to be DLC. And then people bought the DLC that I knew. And I was like, the fuck is this? And they were, that's Jill. I was like...
Jill does not look like Samus Aran.
I was like, well, I'm done. I'm done with Resident Evil. Chris Redfield. I almost feel like it would be... It will stir some... I feel like it will stir like people's blood if we give reasons why we... No, it might stir it if we don't. So we might as well just go and give reasons why we don't want these characters.
Alright.
I personally just don't like Ant-Man.
Now, Ant-Man, I just don't know how you can incorporate his move.
I can see how, and it could work. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't like him. I just don't really like him. I'm not a fan.
MODOK is weird to control. So
MODOK needs to stay out of the... No, I'm okay with MODOK being in the game. MODOK's granny skin needs to stay out of the game.
yeah, his granny skin out.
Granny skin. No granny MODOK. I hate that one. I hate all of MODOK, but that one was the one.
Okay. Iceman, too bad he's an X-Men character, so...
Yeah, no, not too bad. Too good. He's out.
He's out. You don't know how many games I lost because that one guy playing Iceman back in my college days.
God, I hate Iceman so much.
No
chip damage at all. Just ice wall. He was X Factor before X Factor was available. I am thoroughly convinced he's the inspiration for why there's no chip damage when you X Factor.
Yes.
Oh man, let's see.
He's like, everyone's like, you don't know how to play well because you cannot defeat my Iceman.
I mean, well, you can always run up and grab them, but like at the same time, it's just
no. You know
annoying.
what else? You know what else is also annoying? His ice beam.
Oh,
it does a big amount of chip damage.
Yeah, the fact that he basically has Iron Man's laser as a normal move.
Like ice beam, and it takes off like 3/4 of what is actual damage.
Oh, you know who else we forgot to say on the other list?
What?
As wanting back, Cody.
Oh,
and Alex.
Cody's never been in this game.
I don't care. I want him in the game.
Okay, in the game. Now you make perfect sense.
I want Cody. I want because he's not in 5. He's not in Street Fighter 5. At least I don't think he is.
We could have saved him for the final words. Well, then again, Street Fighter 5 also introduced a new season pack, so they're going to bring out some more characters. He might come back.
I would play it. I wouldn't buy I wouldn't buy a PS4 still, but I'd play it.
Well, the game is also going to come out for the Xbox, so don't worry about that.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, well then, I'm excited. Wait, you're talking about Street Fighter 5?
Oh, no. I was thinking about MVCI.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know that. I checked that before I even got hyped.
Oh.
But,
too bad you're not going to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 until, like, sometime in 2017.
I don't care. I really don't. Because the one I want back is, oh man, never mind. I have another character that adds to the list of returns I want.
Oh yeah, you were talking about you don't want Frank West. Let's hear why you're gonna piss off a lot of people with.
Okay, well honestly, I just don't like Frank West. I really didn't. Like I didn't enjoy him in the game. Like
neither in Tatsunoko or in.
No, I really didn't. Like I just. Man, now that you said it'll piss off a bunch of people, I feel bad saying anything about it. But, like, to me, Dead Rising just didn't have that, like, same attraction. And, again, I'm not one of those people that say that the game should cater to me. I understand that, like, Dead Rising is a huge game. I understand that people love Dead Rising. I just don't see the purpose of having a Dead Rising character in... like basically half the cast of Resident Evil in the game because it's just for me he had no purpose in the game. The only thing he did was take Jill's slot of being able to summon zombies, and for me that was kind of another reason why I was kind of salty because I like Jill in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then I felt kind of like. Oh, well, at first I was like, oh, well, instead of giving me Jill, they're giving me this guy who I don't even really like Dead Rising. And then when they give me Jill, they give me fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. And then, like, so it's nothing really personal against Frank West. It's more so I just didn't like him. So if you like Frank West and you were like, no, he needs to be back because he's the best character or whatever, like that's fine. I won't disagree with you. But what I will say is I would prefer for them just to leave him out of the game or Also, if his whole point of being in the game at that time was to promote the series, I would have preferred the guy from 2. At this point, I wouldn't mind the guy from 3 being in it, or one of those two. Just one of those two.
Or the one, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't know their names. But the thing, and I only say I'll make that compromise because I know they're probably going to put a Dead Rising character in it. I don't see Capcom not doing it, especially with the new Dead Rising either out or coming out.
It's coming out, and Frank West is going to be the main character again.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Capcom.
Damn it. Well, they're probably going to put him back in. But the thing is, I don't know. But again, the way I see it when things like this is like with fighting games, you're always going to have characters in the game that you don't want. So just remember, that's what this list is for. These are the characters that when we see them, we're going to be like, why? Or like the other characters will be like, yeah, those are characters we want. But the list is so varied that like, I want to stress this. Don't get too offended if we strike a nerve when we say we don't want something. It's just a matter of like, these characters are just things that we do not like personally. That's how most of my reasoning for choosing people that are on this list are just things that were just in the game before and just hell of annoying. Virgil, which is on both of my lists.
You want him in?
Because I want him because I like Virgil. I actually like Virgil more than I like Dante. But at the same time, he was so goddamn annoying to fight against in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, especially if somebody knew what they were doing and actually understood how to play him, he was even more annoying. But the reason why he was annoying with people who didn't know what they were doing was because they would just kind of randomly figure shit out and then just kind of randomly get lucky. So I hated having to fight against Virgils, especially when you play it online. And then just for some reason, Virgil is like the king of lag, because if you lag and you have a Virgil, you pretty much have time to set up. So you'll be like, oh, okay, well, moving at like a frame per second, so now I know I can do all my moves.
But you know what also annoying that I'm guilty of doing with Virgil? That little sword slice that go up, down, up, down, up, down.
Oh my god, his fucking bullshit infinite thing. Which isn't a legit infinite. It's literally just, if you catch him once, you can just keep slashing. And then
I do remember one of my viewers laughing at the fact that I was doing that a couple of times against a computer that was blocking.
Yeah, and you just chip him to death?
Up, down, up, down. Just remember, the only characters I know how to play was Zero, Ryu, Tron, Spider-Man, Frank West, Phoenix Wright, all that stuff. So all these other requests, I'm just playing them blindly.
It's interesting to see you play them, because one of the reasons I enjoy him doing the requests is because whenever he used to play with us in our little group of friends, he would use the same characters over and over. Like, everybody else would kind of like move to other characters, or like everybody would have like a different main after a while. He would always have the same teams, and it wasn't just like he would mix and match his characters. He would just have the same team, and it's not like we were doing professional competition. We were all just playing for fun. But it would be like, it would be boring to watch him. It's like you would be sitting on the sideline like, oh, let me guess, this is the part where he's going to do the Zero Rainbow attack and Hadouken at the same time. While that's happening, he's going to summon the Chomban Ropa, and I knew it. All of it. And that's literally it. That's literally was like the main thing. We were just, oh man, we know every single combo he's going to do before he does it. Which, after a while, it actually started making him lose because of it. Because, like, even I was getting one-ups on him. Because I was just like, okay, I know if I jump in the middle of the screen, he's going to miss everything. And the thing was, with him, was, like, he was so set in the combo that he would miss and still continue. And we'd just be like, you saw me jump out. Why did you go? He's like, oh, I just thought it would work. But anyway, so that's why I think his request series is kind of interesting because like it might not seem like much to everybody else, or it might just seem like kind of fun little interactive thing, but for us as his friends is like, oh man, so Chris actually does know there's other characters. So yeah, that's
Chris
cool.
knows how the other character. He sucks at these other characters,
and now we see why he only played those others. Anyway, so
yeah, like I said, I when I do these requests, I usually just go on them blind without knowing them.
no
I just
practice.
No practice. I just go. That's why I play them on normal. With characters that I do know how to play, that's why I raise the difficulties.
Well, anyway, back to
you said that you choose
grim list of characters we don't like.
Yeah, you said that you don't like the characters you don't choose is because you don't like them. Me too, but also because I feel they're
like
relevant.
To a degree. Yeah. Some of them are just I don't like them.
Yeah.
Some of them are that simple. I do have one with complex. I have like a couple that have more complex reasoning. But you haven't really given any that you don't like. You've just kind of been having people hate me. So why don't you give us some examples of things that you don't want in the game?
Well, with me, there's a character I thought that their usefulness has ran out, and as I said in the previous list, I like to see Rashid in the game. He's one of my favorite characters. So let's bring in Rashid. Let's axe out Crimson Viper.
Sea Viper?
Sea Viper.
Yeah.
I mean, like, her use... I mean, she's not in Street... Well, maybe she might be in as
maybe
DLC later because she was in the story mode. But as of right now, she has no use... Her Street Fighter 4 usefulness has ran out. Sea Viper...
Like, she's no longer needed to promote that.
No, she's no longer need to promote Street Fighter 4. Rashid is well liked among the community, if I'm right. So bring him in, bring her out. You're useless now. Of course, if there's any people that like Sea Viper, I'm very sorry.
I mean, well, I can see what you mean. In terms of in case it's been a forgotten point that we made earlier, is that the way we see it is that they're probably doing these games. These games are normally promotionals. Like they're normally used to promote what's going on now. But the thing is, since Capcom has a tendency to kind of just once the series moves on, they just kind of kick stuff to the side. It's fairly evident that Street Fighter 4 is replaced. I mean, probably not in the hearts of the gamers because from what I hear, Street Fighter 5 is struggling.
Yeah, well,
and people are still in love with 4, but and actually, I would think that would be just more of a reason to substitute a Street Fighter 5 character. Well, if I'm thinking of it as Capcom, that would be more of a reason to kick out a Street Fighter 4 character and substitute a Street Fighter 5 character in a game that is most likely going to sell anyway, because now you're promoting that character and people will see how cool he is and probably hopefully jump over and be like, oh, well, now I want to play him in Street Fighter 5. So I can see that. I can see that being reasoning, and I can understand. So that one I could see you not having to apologize for, but yeah, there are probably people out there that love her.
But you know what also was not relevant even though Street Fighter during Marvel's Capcom 3 time? Ghosts and Goblins.
I thought something was gonna... See, honestly, I thought something was gonna happen with Ghosts and Goblins.
But I think it was just re-releases.
Was it re-releases?
Maybe on re-release on the virtual consoles or the marketplace and all this stuff.
Let me see. Well, if we're gonna go that route, then
yeah, but as for new
Beautiful
games,
Joe was in it. There was nothing relevant with him during that time.
But I know, but he was still cool. I think people liked him in Tatsunoko.
Well, I mean,
that's why they brought him back.
The same could be said for these other characters.
I know.
We're kind of talking ourselves into a corner.
I know
because we said irrelevant.
I know, but still, there's some characters that might be relevant, maybe just to show Capcom history.
Yeah, I think that's why Ghosts and Goblins was in.
Yeah, but still, I know I said Arthur, but thinking back at it, he's kind of cheap and all that stuff. He's kind of like mini Iceman.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back on my college years, which is that one guy who just used
the spam
thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I have skills."
Oh, but yeah, he spammed the fucking Wesker's gun. Who?
Yeah, well, that guy too.
Oh, it was two different. We're talking about two different dudes.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, we had somebody who spammed Wesker's gun. I mean, yeah, spamming. Spamming can happen with any character.
Yeah, with any character, but there's like some that take it too far. Well, of course, Arthur is.
Technically, I spammed with Dormammu all the time. Like, I opened the dimension so many times on people.
So, the point is, I don't like. I playing these requests. I gain some hate with very small characters.
Oh no, I feel.
Well, with the exception of Beautiful Joe. So I gain hatred for Arthur, and I gain some hatred for Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon, I don't mind because he has those funny snark comment in his little Nova.
And he's an actually good character is the worst part. It's I know the feeling because there are some characters where they're like really amazing and you love them, but at the same time playing with them is a pain in the ass. That's how I feel about Virgil.
So Arthur's one. I don't want him to return.
I feel you.
That's just a personal thing.
I mean, I'll be honest, the only reason why I want him back because that remix of his theme song was dope as fuck. Like the remixes are always cool. Yeah. Let's see. Who else is mad? Wow, this list of people we don't like isn't as extensive as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I thought we would have like more, but
wow, we're pretty positive. I'm happy about that.
Usually this guy is very negative.
Nah, not usually. It's just I just kind of tend to say things that I see as an issue. Like I mean, I'm not really like one of the people who kind of I'm not in the know with a lot of things, or at least I wasn't when I was younger. So I was always forced to formulate like a legit opinion. So there would be times where I'll be at school and people will be like, "Oh man, did you see like this show?" Or I was like, "Yeah," and it was utter garbage, and everybody would be like, "It's the greatest show on television," and I would get like a ton of shit for it. Like, I'll be honest, I've always disliked Pokemon in some way, shape, or form. Not because of the whole fact of, like, I just didn't like it. Or it was just more so I was like, man, this isn't as fun as everybody makes it out to be type thing. And everybody thought I was, like, the fucking dumbest kid in school. Like, when I was younger, I didn't have a Pokemon game. And it was mostly because, like, the time it came to get a Game Boy, it was like, my mom was like, you want a Game Boy? Or you can get a Nintendo 64. And I was like, well, what do the games look like? And I looked at one and I looked at the other. I was like, well, why would I want this one? This one looks like like one of those old games. Give me the game 64. So
same thing. Well, not that I never played Kingdom Hearts in my life, and I still got people questioning me. Well, at least the professor telling me, you're not a true gamer because you never played Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. Until I played Final Fantasy X, I enjoyed that game.
Final Fantasy is one of my favorite series. Yeah, that might be true, but it's so long and tedious that if you're not a fucking fan of the series, I don't think that you're losing out on much. Especially if you spend like pretty much half a year playing the whole game, and then you're like, man, I don't like any of this. Kingdom Hearts, I'll be honest, I played it. I kind of wish I had it. I'm starting to wish I never played it.
Well, either way, I'm trying to look at these characters, like who is in the game, because I cannot name at the top of the list. All right. We're going to say yay or nay, all right? Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Well, you would say Hawkeye, nay. Doctor Strange, yay.
Yay.
Iron Fist?
Yay.
Nova?
Hell yeah.
Rocket Raccoon? I'm kind of like an in-between there.
I love Rocky. Yes.
Firebrand, since I've been playing...
No. I'm just going to say no. You can say whatever you want. I'm saying no.
Hiryu.
No, you gotta see. You're not getting any of your answers.
Okay, fine. Because I was gonna say I kind of like going like sweeping in, flying in, then fire flamethrower from the ground and all that stuff.
So you're gonna go yay?
I'm going with Nate.
Okay, yay. Okay.
Strider Hiryu. I don't use him much, but
Strider.
He's cool. Yay.
It's kind of in between.
Kind of in between. They need to get the right.
I'm not gonna lie. I was hyped from being in it because I played him a lot in 2, and then in 3, I was like, they dumbed up. They kind of made him worse. And then like my friend was like, oh, it's about the same. I was like, why did I ever like him?
Well, because of the control scheme and
also I was a teenager, but when the first time I ever played Marvel vs. Capcom, he's a ninja. Okay, never mind. That explains it. Oh, Jin's a character I want in.
Oh,
the naked man.
Well, let's say that for the final words.
Okay.
All right. Let's continue on. Nemesis name.
No, yeah, because I played Nemesis. See, by playing against him, I'm in between.
Okay.
I'll be in between.
Virgil, you're both
in between.
I'm saying nay right now. He's too broken.
He is too broken, but I'm in between because I do like Virgil.
Yeah. Why have Virgil? We could replace him with Nero, his son.
No, that's not even confirmed. It's probably never going to be confirmed.
I thought that was confirmed.
No. Unless there's like some book confirmed in a book, but in terms of the video game, they kind of just like hinted at a connection, and then DMC came out.
True. Phoenix Wright, I'm going with saying yay. I just like his playstyle.
I'm gonna go with replace.
Replace. So nay.
Yeah.
No, but it's Phoenix Wright.
But come on, man, still samurai. It gets the same point across. It promotes the Phoenix Wright series. And also it's more fun. Come on, still samurai.
Okay.
Or the Jammin' Ninja. We can have the Jammin' Ninja.
No, screw Jammin' Ninja. We'll keep it still samurai. So if Phoenix Wright had to get axed, then I want still samurai then.
Okay.
Frank West, that's you and nay.
Nay.
For me, sorry. That's yay. I use him.
I mean, like, it's a nay with the understanding if he's in. I wouldn't be too disappointed because I would understand that he was probably a shoo-in to be in anyway.
Oh, this list. Okay. Marvel characters. See, this is why I get confused because there was plenty of X-Men, Fantastic Four. Well, 2 Fantastic Four, Super Skrull and Doctor Doom.
But no Fantastic Four. That should go to tell you that I'm probably right in my assertion that Fantastic Four
it's not just that. They said like, well, we cannot choose which Fantastic Four, but Kirk, the Super Skrull, he has all 4, so choose him and you're playing all 4 Fantastic Four at the same time.
In other words, the Super Skrull is better than the Fantastic Four. Is what they said.
Yeah. So let's see. Iron Man, yay. Hulk?
No.
Nah. Hulk has been there since the beginning.
But he's going to be in it. I mean, he's going to be because he's been in there since the Marvel's video. I mean, the Marvel's superhero thing.
Deadpool. He's kind of Fox-ish.
I would love him in it though. It's still a yay.
The Doctor Doom. Everybody wants that. MODOK. Yay.
No. For me, if they were like, oh. Anyway, no. For me, I just didn't like MODOK anyway. But I will be content with him just not having Granny MODOK.
Yeah, but for me, it's like
he scares the shit out of me.
Not Granny Mo, but mostly his game style.
Just saying. His game style. Oh yeah, I think he has an amazing play style. I just think his character design is scary.
In any case, Dormammu, yay.
Of course.
Magneto, She-Hulk, that's a yay.
That's a
Even though I don't play her.
Magneto would be a yay.
Magneto, if he can be up here, but no.
He would be a yay if he could.
He would if he could.
Be awesome.
It's a given. He's like a tradition.
Just give him a curly mustache and make up a different name for him, but it's literally just Magneto.
God damn it. Pringles Man! Enter the game! What the fuck is this Pringle Man? He plays just like Magneto.
No, his name could be Pringle Steel.
Pringle Steel. Huh.
Right.
Taskmaster.
Yeah, I like Task.
Yeah, true. Schumacher.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
Schumacher.
yes. Hell yes. Shuma needs to be in it.
Actually, not my first time playing on Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I went to the batting place, and they had a Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It was the function, but I chose. My first team was Mega Man, Ryu, and Schumacher. At the time, I thought Schumacher was a good guy for some reason.
I don't know why you would think that.
I'm a stupid kid back then. Alright, let's see. Chris Redfield. I'd rather see Dion.
Same. I'd rather see anybody who's not Chris Redfield. I would even take Sheva.
Is that how bad you want Chris to be replaced
I
with
actually
Sheva?
like Sheva. I mean, it would be great if, like, when you play against the computer Sheva completely drops every combo, no matter what level
That's
you
a
play
reference
on.
to Street Fighter. Not Street Fighter, Resident Evil 5. Nice reference there. Kind of like a good reference with that bag on. Anyways.
Oh, man.
Since this is going to be 2v2, I'm pretty sure the list is going to be much smaller than MVC3.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be around MVC1 size.
I mean, they could still have a huge list. Actually, if they had a huge list, that would... more combinations.
Yeah, combination.
I'm pretty sure they're going to do like they're going to do the typical Capcom thing. The first game's not going to have that many. Then they're going to do like an ultimate and have like a ton of people because it's Capcom. They love money.
They love money. But so far I have not seen Ultimate Street Fighter 5 yet. Dante, Don or don't?
Yet. Dante, as long as it's not DMC Dante.
That's why I say Dante or Dante.
Actually, no. I take that back. Either way. Actually, I might even prefer DMC Dante. Because aesthetically, he looks better. I think he looks really cool. I like his punk rock type stuff. But in terms of like the character I prefer, and it's based purely off of nostalgia, I would prefer white hair Dante. And even though his character design is very typical, it would be the ideal thing to represent Devil May Cry in a crossover game.
Yeah. Let's leave Dante.
Or, and this actually would be the best option.
Okay, I'm listening.
Have one of them with the other as an alternate costume. Actually, just to stick to the new Dante, have him be the default character, which would be fine. Because, again, I like him. But then have his DLC costume be the regular Dante. And then with the flavor text, be like, take that, bitch. I guess it's been 1,000,000 years. For those who don't know, because there's a point towards the beginning of the new Devil May Cry where a white wig blows onto the Dante's head, and you play as it, and then I think you play as it. But basically, there's a cutscene where he looks in the mirror and he's like, "Never in 1,000,000 years," and he takes off the wig and throws it. So yeah, that would be just for that pure irony. Have him be the Dante that's in the game, because again, he has a cool design, and then have his alternate costume be original Dante, because fuck him. His opinion doesn't matter.
Well, I haven't played the new Devil May Cry, so I'm gonna.
Honestly, playing it changed my opinion on it, because I was kind of like a little miffed at first that they just kind of rebooted the series. But then after playing it, I was okay, this was cool. I still would like them to revisit the old series and answer all the questions that DMC4 left, which, now that I think about it, I played the vanilla DMC4. I never played like the... I don't know. Maybe they did answer a lot of the questions. Either way it goes. Point is, I would like for them to make a continuation to that game.
All right. Anyways, Felicia.
She's been there.
Yeah, I say yay.
I mean, she's been there. Yeah, I'll go yay.
Yeah, what I just want to do is just replace the little kitty cat thing with her original cat's.
No, I like the other one, though.
Well, screw the cuteness. I want usefulness.
It is useful.
Not when I use it.
It's because you're bad.
Okay, I'm horrible.
If I can land it 90% of my time playing as her and I'm terrible at comboing, you should be able to land it.
Alright, I'll try it whenever someone else tells me to play as Felicia. Anyways, Trish.
No, I'm sorry. Replace Trish with Lady. Then. What about you?
You love her little sickle thingamajiggy that goes spinny, 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 spinny. But I'm going to have to agree with you, Nay.
Okay.
I'm an Ami.
Amaterasu,
the sun god. Tatsunoko versus Capcom
didn't fuck it. If I haven't pissed off enough people yet, this will probably do it, but I'm going to go no.
No. Yeah, it is kind of weird playing as her. She has too many different styles.
And she just really didn't fit. And then the thing, for all the different styles she had, her animations weren't different enough to justify everything.
Beautiful Joe, that's a yay.
That's a yay.
Trombone, to me, that's a yay.
Trombone.
I'm still wondering why she's more popular than Mega Man Volnut.
Mega Man Volnut sucks is why. Well, I'm going to go yay because I did enjoy playing Trombone when I started playing there.
You know what else going to make him hate Mega Man Volnut?
What?
He's voiced by Luffy.
That doesn't make me hate him. I just because I don't like One Piece.
Anyways.
I'm not going to hate on the voice actors. I understand you need to eat. Sometimes that means you gotta eat a couple of shitty jobs to eat.
Well, she voiced Krillin, so that's okay too.
Well,
Krillin's cool.
That's fine, I guess. I mean,
Wesker.
Wesker, maybe.
Wesker, I was just gonna say.
I'm on the cusp. No, I'm gonna say no only because if we're gonna take out Chris Redfield, we might as well take out his mortal enemy.
Wesker is more associated with Chris, so we can put Leon. Might as well put some other.
Replace him with that Las Plagas guy, the one that turns into a giant spider.
Yes, he could be a combination. Never mind. Spencer from.
No, gone. Get the fuck out of here.
Why not give him that? Why not give him the original?
No.
Just
give somebody else another character with. Give them a move similar to Bionic Arm because that was the only thing that I enjoyed about him.
Fine, get out of here, Spencer. I don't like you too. Ever since someone used it, Sir Arthur, I already gave my opinion. I don't want to see him again. He annoys the shit out of me.
Sir Arthur, yeah, well, I'm gonna agree with you. He has no real place here.
Yeah, Zeto. I do actually enjoy him better here, better in Marvel than Tatsunoko. I'll say that because I don't have to worry about freaking charge moves.
See, I like him because aesthetically he fits a fighting game setting. Like he looks good in a fighting game.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't know how to play him, he looks good to play. Like he has the fighting game. I'm gonna go yes. I want him back.
Me too. But Gemu Zero. I know that's a combo that you could chain to, but for some reason I'm honestly missing the black hole from Tatsunoko.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It just you got all these people doing some crazy moves. Their Ultimate 3, you got this little cutscene that they do. Zero is like slice.
Oh yeah, his little Getsuka Tensho.
Yeah.
Getsuka Tensho is his level 3?
No, Getsuka Tensho.
Oh, the little... I call it Getsuka.
That...
Bleach. Because it looks like Ichigo's Getsuka Tensho.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... Okay. Now, okay. I understand the reference. They're both voiced by Johnny on Bosch.
Yeah, they are. That's why I make the reference.
Gets a good issue. But I'm just used to calling it Gemu Zero.
That's what it's called. I mean, you should be used to calling it that because that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I only make that reference because he's voiced by Johnny on Bosch.
But seriously, bring back Black Hole.
No, but if they're going to bring Johnny on Bosch as the voice, they need to give him the Getsuka Tensho. Maybe give it an animation now. Maybe like make it to where like he actually does a thing like starts an animation where it combos into it and then does it.
Something like Project Cross Zone 2 animation where Well, without X helping him out, kick him out, and then he's charging his sword, and then boom, Gibble Zettle.
Or better yet, replace X with
X is not going to be replaced. It is already been confirmed.
No, I'm not talking about as a character. I'm talking about in the animation. Have the animation set up with another character helping them. Or another character. Like one of
what's his name? Axel?
Yeah, whatever.
The guy, the robot that uses his gun.
Like have him blasting at them or something, and while he's trying, and then once he's done comboing, it goes back and it shows him, and he does the move, and he's like, "Oh, you got
him. Get that shoot."
And then that way you don't have to worry about a projectile that just slides across the whole screen and it's not an automatic hit or it's not an automatic move.
Yeah.
And also because it was kind of lackluster, but the thing is, it didn't hurt because again he has that very fighty game aesthetic where he looks good doing the thing.
True.
I didn't like it when they gave him the X skin. A lot of people,
I let me say this. Even though I do like Mega Man and all this stuff, I was kind of mad when they gave him the X costume because that's not what I wanted. What I really wanted is the Mega Man Zero costume to be the alternative costume.
That's what I wanted too.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed about it being.
Yeah, I wanted that suit, but instead I had to deal with using an alternative color.
They literally just gave us Mega Man Zero.
You people want Mega Man here. Mega Man X costume for Zero. Give Mega Man X Zero costume to Frank West.
The thing is that costume was on a troll to everybody because everybody that cared really, because if you wanted Mega Man in the game, that's what you got. If you wanted Mega Man Zero to be the alternate costume for Zero, then they literally just gave you Mega Man Zero. Literally, this is Mega Man Zero. He is Zero who is Mega Man. Not I wanted the one that looks like, no, this is it. So it's so now the people who are happy about Zero being in the game are now pissed off, and the people who were pissed off about Mega Man not being in the game are more pissed off. And then they both come together to the point that they're both insulted.
Mega Man Zero. I didn't put it that way, so only guy I say is wah wah.
No, it could be a womp, but that was literally my reaction when I saw it, because the first thing that I read when I first saw that trailer was the Mega Man Zero alternate costume. And I was like, oh, cool, they actually are gonna do it. Awesome. And then I saw it, and I was like, Mega Man Zero.
And don't forget they also gave him Frank West too.
Oh, they gave Frank West the Mega Man Zero or Mega Man X.
Too bad Frank West couldn't pull out a real Mega Buster out of that.
Oh yeah, I hated the real Mega Buster. That was the best thing they could have done, was to delete that move.
Crimson Viper.
Nah. I'm agreeing with you. Rashid.
Mike Hagar. There was a real wrestler we were talking about this.
Alex. See, the thing is, I love Mike Hagar, but I know they're not gonna let two Capcom grapplers in the game.
No. So let's just throw away Mike Hagar and put in Alex. Time for more.
Or Zangief.
No.
Zangief.
No. Alex.
But Zangief though. Come on. If they couldn't put Alex, who would be the next best choice as a wrestler type character?
Okay, fine, Zangief if Alex is not there.
Yes.
After all, his burly muscles can break swords. I can't get over that stupid cutscene.
It's a great cutscene, man.
I know it's great. It's like, oh, my muscles deflect swords.
Or Abel. Abel's another grappler.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about
Don't agree with that. I hate Abel.
No, I forgot about him.
Though.
I forgot about him. That's why he's not gonna make it. Because he's not
memorable. He's so boring. Even when they try to make him funny and toss him and
it's Street Fighter
Cross Tekken, it just came off bland and boring.
Oh, bears! I love bears.
Bears. Because it was just so weird. Because it was unclear whether he was afraid of them, whether he wanted to pet them, whether he wanted to fuck them, or it was everything funny in between.
When the Pandora box opened and all of these bears just comes out, or going into the Pandora box. I forgot what was it. Can I show it to you because
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about, but like the thing is, I give that comedy bit to the Pandora box trolling people.
True. Careful what you wish for, kids.
But but it wasn't as funny. I mean, it was funny, but it's not Abel being funny. It's the Pandora box, which means to say the Pandora box had more personality than Abel. I mean, come on, it did. Look at all the cutscenes.
My personality is being beaten by a stupid box.
Look at all the cutscenes for it. Like the one where I think it was, what was the kicking dude? Harwong and Steve Fox. I think it was them, and who was it that wished to fight strong opponents or something? And it was just 1,000 Akumas.
Harwong and Steve Fox.
So yeah, they were just spawned 1,000 Akumas.
Or the fact that Zangief and Rufus just kind of switch their body altered. Zangief is not cartoonily buff anymore, and Rufus is all skinny and handsome.
Yeah, and then there was that one time where it was Dan Hibiki was in the box or something.
Oh yeah, that's in the DLC Sakura and
Blanca. And they were just find Dan sleeping in the box
because they wished to find Dan.
Yeah, it was so it's so funny because the box was such a troll. It was just oh, this is what you want.
Okay.
If it would have sent somebody into outer space to find somebody, it would have just been Calypso. Did it?
Yeah, with what's his name? Martial Law and his buddy. Forgot. They're going to go. Paul, yeah.
Paul Phoenix. They sent him to outer space.
They trapped them. They trapped those two into the box, and then the box just left the space. And then when they looked down, they're "Oh no, we're in space."
What was it for? What was their wish?
To meet aliens.
Okay, that's different. No, I was saying how in in Twisted Metal.
Twisted. That's
the Twisted Metal where where it was the outlaw wished to find her brother.
Yeah, outlaw wanted to wish her brother and then just turned into.
It was because he was I think he was dead or he was in space or something.
He was in space alive for one whole year. How the fuck do you stay alive for one whole year?
I was I want to find him.
I want to find my brother. Your wish is my command.
Finds him in outer space.
Well, I do remember she was prepared for it, so.
Oh yeah, because it was the same thing. So she found him and had her car was equipped with a jet or something.
Because she's I was prepared for Calypso to trick me, so now we can return to Earth.
Because because that was the reason why the brother was in space, because he wished for something.
He wished for a world without twisted metal, or to live in a world where there's no twisted metal.
Oh, so he sent him to space where there was no twisted metal. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, see? So it was on that level. That's why I love the Pandora. Out of everything in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that was the best thing. The Pandora box final cutscenes were always awesome. Anyway.
Except for Ryu and Ken.
As a matter of fact, Pandora box should be a character.
Anyways, let's return back. Akuma, old style Akuma.
Old style Akuma, yes. Oni even.
With Street Fighter 5 Akuma as DLC.
No, God, no.
That was a troll.
God, no.
That's a troll.
Whoa.
Hey, Seiko. Or Lele.
Yes. I love Shaco.
I go for Lele. Okay, Jill Valentine. We agree we want
If it was the old Jill Valentine.
Yes. Well, I guess we could bring back the old Jill Valentine because her old skin is actually pretty more recent now because of Revelation.
But like the thing is, I don't just want her to look like the old Jill. I want it to be like the old zombie summoning Jill. But I doubt they're going to do that because if they put in Frank West again, which is part of the reason, a part of my motivation for saying no to him. All right.
Okay, and I'm also reading that there was also potential characters that was going to be in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I guess we're hitting a 2-hour mark, but do you want to still do it?
Damn, 2 hours already? All right, let's do that and call it.
Okay. Yeah, 2 hours and 1 minute.
Damn, this should have just been a podcast. We need to make a podcast channel.
Yeah. Well, this is our first time, so let's
just chop it up.
Let's chop it up. Blade.
Yes.
I would
love that.
Daredevil. Nay.
Hell no. I hate Daredevil.
Yeah. Fantastic Four, but no.
No. Unless they're literally just one person. Like, literally, there's a character called Fantastic Four. It's just all four of them.
But that's Super Scroll.
No. I mean, like, literally all four of them at the same time.
Okay, choppy.
It'll be funny.
Kingpin for Spider-Man. Yes. Loki from Thor.
Yeah, no. Unless it's the old Loki. Unless it's the comic
Trickster Loki. No. Punisher. I'm not really versed in Punisher. But I like to see Punisher. Yes. Not Silver. Dimitri, you say yes. Yeah, I say. Who is this? Oh, yeah, Donovan Blaine. I know who he is. I played him in Puzzle Fighter. He's a Starkstalker. Night Warrior.
Oh, Donovan. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Gil from Street Fighter 3. He's gonna be very cheap with his thing.
God, oh yes, because there'll be other cheap characters.
He's gonna replace Phoenix.
No, I don't want him.
But that's all I had to
say. No. Actually, yes, I do, because at least that means we'll get the sound by Resurrection. That was the best part of him, man.
Ken
Masters. Yes.
I'll say yes because I want to see his face stretched out.
Actually, for somebody who I know is going to watch this, I'm going to say no.
Well, too bad. Too bad.
I'm going to say this. He should have been here to defend Ken.
I'm going to say... I'm thinking... you're saying Ken Master Street Fighter. I'm saying Ken Master from Twisted Metal.
Yes.
Yes.
Would make no sense, but yes.
Stretch his face all over the world.
He has no reason to be in the game.
PTX-40A.
What?
From Lost Planets.
PTX-40A.
The big robot.
Oh, the robot. No. Yeah. Hell no.
He could be one of the boss.
Fuck no. Okay. Boss maybe, yes.
Boss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, boss.
Okay.
But, the boss, we forgot to talk about the...
No, we'll do another video about that.
Okay.
Sneak preview. Where we talk about our theories of
who's the guy
behind that shadow.
It could be Ultron, not Ultron.
Sigma.
I'm going to think Sigma. Could be Sigma.
Okay, well, I'm going to go Thanos.
Okay.
And we'll defend our positions later.
Maybe next time if we ever see a trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully we get to that before they make a trailer showing who it is.
Nero from Devil May Cry 4. I say replace Virgil with that.
I say...
That's another word for Johnny Bosch.
I say put all three. Okay. I mean, they didn't get him enough
from
before.
Resident Evil.
Which one?
Tyrant,
the
one that Jill summons in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Nah, put Titan. Put Titan the elephant. I would play as Titan.
Wade from Lost Planet. I don't know who Wade is, but he sounds like an asshole. No.
Yeah, I like Wade.
Okay. And Zangief, we already talked. If Alex doesn't make it, Zangief. And characters from the following Capcom series, Breath of Fires.
Yeah!
I don't know that.
I love Breath of Fire. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, damn it. He was actually supposed to be on the list. Yeah.
Choppy. We're gonna have Lost Planet characters. I already say that stupid robot.
Oh
Monster
my
Hunter.
god.
Onimusha. No. Oh no.
Your phone's ringing.
My phone is ringing.
Yeah,
But there's
fine.
no phone here. Anyways,
just ignore the ringing.
I'm not sure if this is gonna pick up the phone.
He'll probably pick it up.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
Fine.
Power Stone. I actually was talking about having Power Stone. Red Earth.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Rival School. I want Batsu back.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, Rival School. Damn.
Sengoku Basara.
Wait, what? Let me see.
Sengoku Barasa.
I have to see it. Because I think it might be butchering. Oh, Sengoku Basara. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I don't know. And Three Wonders.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that
Not
is.
off the top of my head. But anyway.
Anyways, now we're gonna go for the final words. There was something I did skip over is the special move animation, which I'm the fan of the whole cutting scene that you've seen from the old games.
Oh yeah, when they show the face and then show
And when they introduced the brand new animation for from Tatsunoko, where they showed the character animation doing it.
Yeah,
I like that, but for some reason when they show it here, it just bugs me because it's like a zoom in on the model, and then
I prefer if they would have just done show a big ass picture of the character, and then the character goes.
Yeah, I prefer that. If not, just or not just do the Tatsunoko where they bring in another model doing the attack before the attack does it. I like that animation much better than this new animation. It just bugs me. As for the voice acting, I've seen like they're keeping on with what they used from back then. I know I'm a little picky with what I say, but it's kind of like a nice touch when I hear that they're keeping in continuity. If they bring back Phoenix Wright, I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring back Sam Riegel as the voice actor for him. So,
yeah, that would be nice.
It would be nice if they do bring back a lot of characters. Poor Ruben Langan if they do bring back Ken and Dante.
Yeah, no, they need to have like Ken, like say Jackpot when he does his ultimate, and then Dante will say, "What the hell is Ken Manchester's catchphrase? Does he have one?"
Yay?
Oh yeah, he could go yay when he beats Ken Masters.
Or Shoryuken. I don't know. I don't even think Ken has a catchphrase.
Just have like one of the little text things that at the end like an after battle text where it's like one of them going, people say we sound alike, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say why don't they do something from like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle way, like they say hey. Have you seen that little dimensional episode from No, you don't like the new Teenage Mutant. They did like an episode where the new turtle meet up with the old school turtle, and don't know if you know this, but the Donatello from the Nickelodeon series is voiced by the same guy who did Ralph from the old series, from the 80s series.
Didn't know that. I really did it.
So when they meet, Ralph was calling all the new turtles, I don't know, they're just rip off, and then he goes to Donatello and you, why do you sound so weird? And Donatello's like, weird? Have you ever listened to you lately?
Nice.
I'm not sure if that's word for word, but still, I could see something happening like that. But anyways, I know it's been like 2 hours, but thank you for joining us in this conversation. I know we have a lot more to talk about, but this is really taking so long.
This was a lot more than what we expected to talk about. And as a matter of fact, some of the stuff we wanted to talk about, we didn't even talk about.
Yeah, we need to be more organized about this.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm not streaming on Sunday. Because of this little chit chat.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Hope it was worth it. Sorry if it wasn't.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for joining me and Dennis Toasty. please like, favorite, subscribe, and yeah, you still need to do something with your channel.
Man, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. For now, I've got 2 play of the games from Overwatch on there.
Yeah, watch over him play Overwatch.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch much. That's just literally 2 30-second videos. I wouldn't subscribe for that. Wait until I get. Actually, I'll say this. I've got an Xbox One, and I really am excited about all of the games I own, and I want to do something with them. Or at least one of them. I understand I haven't finished the other playthroughs, but some technical stuff happened, and I'm not finishing those.
As soon as I get a new capture card and all stuff, I'll sell you mine.
Ooh, well, you heard
and
that.
Like I said, I got a brand new mic.
See, guys,
this mic is awesome.
We pull the curtain back and let you into some of our kayfabe. Now you know that Lee Carl pretty much does all of my production stuff.
Oh yeah.
So now if you're wondering why I don't have a channel, just ask him.
Oh.
Wait, I do have a channel. I do have a channel. Okay, if you're wondering why I don't do nothing, ask him. And no, that's not just an excuse. It kind of is.
Yeah. In any case, I'm going to have to re-listen to this, put a time, and put it in the description. Like, here's the time.
Yeah. We'll make sure if you only get to deal with what you want to deal with.
Yeah. Even though we've been off topic a lot.
Oh, we've been off topic. Oh, yeah. You know what, guys? When we start getting off topic, I want somebody to do this. And whenever we get off topic of what we say we're supposed to talk about, fast forward past it, and then document just exactly how much time we spent talking about the actual stuff that we were supposed to.
It probably took more than half.
Like
right now, we're going off topic of saying goodbye.
Yeah. Anyway, it's because we love you guys so much.
Yes.
We just want you guys.
Or we just had too much shit to say.
Yeah, we have a lot of shit to say. We really did. So I'll segue this. I don't know how true it's going to be, but for me, even if I don't do it here, I will try to do it on my own channel, which might be some of the stuff that I start doing. Or the earlier aforementioned doing a podcast thing might, if we could figure out how to do it.
We do have 2 friends who knows how to do podcasts.
That's true. Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to get at is because we have so much to say, and because we didn't get to say all of it, I am going to say I personally plan to want to do more of this in a more organized fashion, in a more timely fashion, and in a more on-topic fashion for you guys.
And hopefully we get more people here. I know 2 person that wants to talk about it. So.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get people who actually know how to keep things on topic, because neither one of us know how to do that.
I know, actually, I just don't like interrupting you.
You should.
Yeah, I have a thing of
or
not trying
won't
to
stop.
Hey. Anyways, like I said, little quick update. I got a part-time job, so if you guys are in to do watch my LPs, which is 4 Swords Adventure and Tokyo, is probably going to be
Tokyo Mew Mew?
Tokyo Mirage Session.
Okay, Tokyo Mew Mew.
Tokyo Mew Mew, or as I call it, Wii Boo the game.
Wii Boo.
I mean, seriously, I need to show you the preview I showed the professor. In any case, yeah, it's gonna be hard, and well, it's a part-time, so I could still keep up with the request. So I'll put in the link down below if you guys want to make a request. Si tú quieres hacer un equipo que tú quieres que yo para hacer, mira la descripción y ahí está la link para tú poner tu equipo. That's because there's someone in Spanish who just said, "Haceme un gameplay de este equipo."
No, I got you. I
Yeah,
get you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
just don't expect us to translate this whole conversation.
No. Oh, we need a different team for that.
Oh God!
And
man, let's have a Spanish announce team.
And I only get the Spanish announce team. And I'm almost hitting 700 subscribers. So yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
Wow, we've got to do something. Well, we might have to get the whole group together to do something special.
Yeah. Because I don't think you guys want to do... Well, my niece kind of helped me voice act with a skit. But anyways, we're getting out topic to staying by. So once again, like, favorite, subscribe. And hopefully, and if you guys love this little chat series that we're doing, or mini podcast, we're happy to do it again. So until next time, good night.